You're watching Big Faces Worldwide, the hottest new boxing channel on YouTube. Don't go nowhere.
Big face, y'all. Big Willie. We got this thing. Burning like Keep this street shit going. Move all in our game. Big face, nigga. We got this thing. Moving like
Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talk nothing but this boxing. What's good with your fam? I want to talk a little bit about Jamal James. He fought last night in the co-main event on FS1, and he looked good. He looked good, man. He's a welterweight, 6'2" welterweight. That's what made me take notice of James, right? The fight before the Ugas fight, man. I seen that James was 6'2", and I'm like, God damn, man, this dude is tall as hell to be a welterweight. Welterweight's usually around 5'7", 5'8". 5'10" is a tall welterweight. You know what I mean? So 6'2" is like a giant. You know what I mean? So that made me keep an eye on him, man. And I gotta say, since his loss to Ugas, he lost a decision to Ugas in 2016. The guy that's facing Porter. Coming up next week, your Dennis Ugas, he lost the decision, where Ugas just outworked him, man. Jamal James was, in my opinion, at the time, a little inexperienced. But since then, he's had about 5-6 fights since then. And I got to say, each fight, he has gotten better and better, man. I think he's evolved into a well-polished fighter, you know what I'm saying? So the question that I pose is, is he ready for a title shot? I believe he is ranked number 3 in the WBA, and currently the regular WBA title is held by Manny Pacquiao, and the super WBA title is held by Keith Thurman. So, he should be getting a title shot very soon, man, possibly this year, you know what I mean? And the question that I pose is he ready for this title shot? Couple fight. This is like his third fight in a row in Minnesota. You know what I mean? And the first fight, I thought that I seen some holes in his game, holes in his defense, man. I noticed when the crowd would cheer, he would try to react and play off the feel of the crowd, and sometimes, that's not always in the best interest of the fighter, man. You could let the crowd, root you into getting your ass knocked out. You know what I mean? So, I seen some holes in his defense, but I see that he has made improvements. His defense is on point. He has filled them gaps in them holes that I seen. What I seen last night, man, was a very polished young man. He's 25-1 right now. You know what I'm saying? 26 fights. I think he's about 30 years old. So he's ready. He is ready for a title shot. I thought he was real relaxed and poised in there. And, the Colombian Gonzalez was tough. James caught him with several very good shots, clean shots, man. And, there was times when Gonzalez, showed his bravado and, tried to bait him into, fighting in a brawling style. James did not let Gonzalez, he did not fall for Gonzalez's trap, man. You know what I'm saying? He still kept his composure and stuck to the game plan. I like his jab. His jab is on point. Just his stance, period. I like it, man. I like where his footwork was at, man. The only thing that I think he need to work on is, his range. His range was a little off last night with the jab. I seen him put it out there a lot, and he was just coming up just inches short. You know what I mean? Had he, made a couple steps forward, he would have been able to connect with that. You know what I mean? I think he can compete with Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. Either or, I would love to see Jamal James up there, getting a shot, man, because I think he's ready. I think he deserves it. We seen Manny Pacquiao in a fight with Adrian Broner. That's not the Manny Pacquiao of old. You know, this Manny Pacquiao, he definitely showed that he's 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's still fast. He still got power, but he's not as fast as he used to be, man. You know, and Manny Pacquiao's greatest strength was his awkwardness, you know what I mean, his speed, you know, that allowed him to, you know, made up for some of his faults, you know what I'm saying. Manny Pacquiao at times can be wild and reckless, come in lunging in, you know what I'm saying, but his speed and footwork allowed him to get back out of harm's way. But now at age 40, he's not able to move like he used to, you know what I'm saying. I think a guy like Jamal James may be able to take advantage of, you know, Manny Pacquiao, man. He's long, he's tall, and he fights tall. You know, some guys who got that height don't use the height well. You know what I mean? Like a Robert Easter, for instance. Robert Easter, you know, he don't fight like a tall guy, man. He don't use his jab correctly. He likes to get in the inside like a shorter man, so he gives up his height. But Jamal James does not give up his height, man. He uses jab. He uses his height very, very well. His angles are good, you know what I mean? His lateral movement is on point, man. Jamal James is ready, man. Is he ready for Keith Thurman? You know, Keith Thurman, I don't know how much Keith Thurman his heart is into boxing right now. I know he's calling out Manny Pacquiao because I believe that he wants that big payday. You know what I'm saying? I follow him on social media. I'm watching Keith Thurman. He's in Japan. He's in bars celebrating, and you know what I mean? He's just doing traveling, you know what I mean? He's doing a lot of things other than boxing. You know, I would think that after the type of fight that he had with Lopez, that he would be in the gym trying to, you know, shake off the cobwebs. But immediately after the fight, Keith one-time Thurman goes on vacation, man. So I think, you know, Keith Thurman, it's sad to say, but Keith Thurman is on his way out, in my opinion. I don't think we'll see the Keith Thurman that we used to know. You know what I mean? I think that Keith Thurman is gone, man. And it's a shame because me, myself, I was a huge Keith Thurman fan. In fact, Keith Thurman was my favorite welterweight, man. Keith Thurman is letting his prime years go. At age 30, you know what I mean? This is the time when Keith Thurman should be, you know, in his prime, man. This is the time when he needs to take a full advantage of, you know, his skills, man, because, you know, as you're starting to get to 32, 33, 34, your skills start to decline, man. And Keith Thurman is not taking advantage of it, man. I don't think Keith Thurman will ever be the champion that he could have been, you know what I mean, before he got married, before he got injured. I just don't think his heart is in there, man. And Jamal James, I think, will give Keith Thurman a run for his money. He may even be able to beat a Keith Thurman. I would love to see that matchup. It would be a very good matchup. You know, I want to see Jamal James in the title shot. It's time, man. And PBC looks like that's what they're trying to do. It looks like they're trying to put him in position to get a title shot, whether it be Manny Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, the winner of Sean Porter, Ugas, you know what I mean, or Earl Spence, you know. I think they're putting him in position to fight one of these guys, you know what I'm saying? Right now, Sean Porter has a fight coming up with Ugas next week, the guy who beat Jamal James, the only guy to defeat him, man. But if they were to fight now, I think it would be a little different fight because, like I said, James has improved drastically. You know what I'm saying? You know, in that fight with Sean Porter and Ugas, man, I may smell an upset. You know what I'm saying? I may smell an upset in that, man. I haven't heard a lot about, a lot from Sean Porter, man. He got a fight coming up next week. Usually we see more from the Porter camp. I don't know what's going on. There has been rumors that Kenny Porter is not in his corner. I'm not sure how true it is, man. I'm going to have to do some more investigating. But normally a Sean Porter fight, we see more of Sean Porter. We see a lot of training videos. We see a lot of interviews. But for this fight in particular, Porter has fallen silent. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that's about, but I'm going to do some investigating, man. I don't know if he's fully focused, you know. He got that WBC title. I think the light should be shining on him, man. He's a champion. You know what I'm saying? But right now, PBC and Fox, they're not treating him like a champion. We're not seeing a whole lot from Sean Porter. I mean, they did the piece on him and Ugas, I believe it was about 2 weeks ago. But other than that, there has not been much, you know what I'm saying? And the fight's, a week away? So, I smell an upset in that fight, man. I'm gonna do a video on that sometime this week on my thoughts and predictions for that fight. But how would Jamal James look against a Sean Porter? I think he could compete with Sean Porter very well also. So we'll see what happens in these next couple months, man. Sean Porter will be free. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman is free. Earl Spence will be free. So all the welterweight champions will be free in a matter of within a month. All of them will be free. So any of them will be able to take on the challenge of a Jamal James. That's all I got for now, man. It's your guy, Big Will. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, don't leave out of here without hitting the subscribe button. Also, you could comment, like, and share this video if you find it to your liking, man. And until next time, peace. I'll holler back.